This is David Gerber, and this is the second step or second idea revolving our emotions and our feelings, and that is the step of taking ownership. So step one was to become aware of our emotions, and then step two is to take ownership for our emotions. And what I mean by this is not that, I want to be really intentional in how I say this, is that as I go about this, what I'm going to suggest is a way of going about this that is the most resourceful, but not that it's the most true. Because what I'm thinking through is what's the most resourceful or the best way to go about relating to our emotions that helps us experience life in the way that we most desire. And so when I say taking ownership of our emotions, what I'm really getting at is that noticing that when I have an emotional experience, if I can take ownership for that being my response to what somebody said, or let's say somebody cuts me off in traffic, right? So it could be the weather, it could be something going on in the world, current events, if you will. And so, for example, when somebody cuts me off in traffic, if I choose to get angry, it helps if I take ownership versus that person made me angry, or that person hurt my feelings, or that event caused me to be sad. And if I say, hey, this thing happened and now I'm experiencing sadness, that's a step of even beyond awareness. It's a step into ownership and saying, I'm going to take ownership for the idea that I'm feeling sad right now. And the point of it is that if I take ownership of it, then I'm holding on to the idea that I have agency, that I can choose to feel something or have different emotions. Now, it's not mechanical necessarily. I think it's best to become aware, take ownership, and then sometimes you can decide if you want to shift or not, but it's not necessarily that you have to shift right now. At first, it's just noticing, hey, I'm having this emotional experience. And it's in response to this event or this circumstance or what this person said, etc. But I'm going to take ownership for the emotions and the feelings that I'm having in response to the circumstances going on around me.